What up, Fintastics? It's Aleksi here, your number one Finnish guy from Tampere, and welcome to another live stream here from my messy student apartment. If you're first timer here, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and I make authentic, fun, and useful videos about Finland. And if you're, like I said, first timer, hit that subscribe button because you will join our Fintastic squad and get more Finnish videos in the future. And we have already quite a few people already here in the live chat. That's great. We have Saeka, we have Human Being, we have Kibeto Kibik, we have Julia, Ahmed, Sabine. Wow, so many people. Let me know in the if you're watching the live chat or the replay, let me know in the comments where are you watching this video, because it's always awesome to know from which parts of the world Fintastic Squad is gathering up on this live stream. So make sure hit it. And it seems everything's running smoothly. I'm actually on my headset this time. Sometimes I use my shotgun microphone mounted on my phone, but today I'm trying this different set and it seems to be running quite nicely. We have people from Munich, Guten Abend, we have people from Romania, Netherlands, Finland, so Europe is at least well represented tonight, which is great. It seems my face is a little bit white because well, I know I'm kind of a pale dude, but this is kind of like an overkill. But I think we can manage it. We have Morocco, South Bohemian region, Czechia. Wow, okay. So it seems Europe is at least here. Another Romania, a Germany, was geht up? Feder Chat. Es ist immer gut, so viele Deutsche zu haben. You had enough sun in Tampere, yeah, but I'm actually shooting this right in front of the window, and I can't really change the exposure on my on my mobile live stream. And Joe from Finland, yeah, Joe is now in Finland. That's great. Berlin, noch eine Deutsche. Sehr gut. Russia, pretty nice. There's so many people around. I hope you've had a great weekend. And now we can kind of give we can finish with two and finish, you know what I'm saying, this weekend and this week with the Fintastic subscriber hangout. Gute Scheiße, kannst du laut sagen? Ja, gute Scheiße. Genau. Okay. Yeah, I can get your questions, but I have a few things to kind of let you know before we get going to the question part. And the first part is that we will reach 10,000 subscribers next week, and that's just awesome. I never expected that there would be so many people around the world who are into this kind of Finnish content, and it's been a great journey. And even if we reach the 10K, I believe it's just the beginning. Like even if we reach 10K, it's not like we're going to stop at all. Quite the contrary, I think it just gives even more fuel for the fire. And I have no idea why I'm using this. Is this screwdriver or whatever? It just happened to be like kind of to emphasize my message. But the point is that it's just awesome, and I already want to thank you guys for giving all the support. And it's awesome. It's probably one of the biggest milestones this channel will ever have reached. And if it's possible, I think the day should be on Saturday next week. So next weekend, and if it's possible, I'll try to time a live stream for that moment, so we can actually reach the 10K together. I think I will set up the live stream on my laptop, so we can get actually the live subscribe number in the screen and kind of reach it together. But let's just see if that's going to happen. I will let you know anyways. But yeah, I'm really excited because around 2 years ago, when I reached in August, I reached 100 subscribers. I was still living in Japan back then, and I was kind of doing these random videos about my life in Japan and just kind of just randomly doing it. But it has grown so much since then, we've learned a lot and got so many new people on board ever since. So that is just awesome, awesome. And yeah, like I said, without you, this stuff wouldn't be possible. So I just want to say kiitos kaikille. Thanks everyone for being here. And I think this is just open to the even better and greater adventures we will ever be going through. So that is just awesome. So that was the one thing, first thing I want to say. The second thing kind of is, well, it's kind of related, but yeah, it's kind of related, let's just say. And okay, how would I just put it? So, okay, let me just put it straight. I have established a company for the sole purpose of this YouTube channel. So what it practically means that I'm not just, like a YouTuber, like a hobbyist anymore, but this is now my business as well. So I'm an entrepreneur. And well, in practical terms, it doesn't really change much. I will be doing videos more and creating better content and making sure Fintastic community will grow in the future as well. But it means that I'm taking this very seriously, in order to make better videos, grow the community, and also how to make money with this YouTube stuff. That doesn't mean I don't want to come across what I'm not saying is that I am not trying to steal your money or monetize everything on this channel. No, that's not the point. What I mean is that I will try to find more ways to make money with this channel and my videos. Because if I can do that, it means that I will get closer to make this YouTube stuff full time. Currently, it's not possible because I'm not making that much out of the money, but I have developed this kind of business model quite nicely. For example, at the beginning of this year, I created the online course on Skillshare, which you really have enjoyed, I guess. Quite many people have taken it. And then I started to create those. Oh shit, where is it? I'm actually not wearing my Fintastic shirt, just realized. But I created the first merchandise products. So these t-shirts, mugs, and everything. The links are, by the way, in the description. If you haven't got your Fintastic merchandise product yet, go check it out after this live stream. And last week I created it was this week. This week I created the Kalevala video, which you liked. I was really surprised. That was great. And there was a possible for you to get the free audiobook. And if you got the free audiobook, I also got £5 from Amazon UK. And I think that's a great deal because you get something for free and I get money. So that was pretty good. So I'm trying to find these ways to make money. And I want you guys just to understand like my perspective, like as a content creator. So how can I actually make this sustainable? Because probably some of you might think like, oh, you just wanted to make more commercial videos and stuff. No, that's not the point. What I'm saying is that I need to find ways how I can make this sustainable and also offer something good stuff for you as well. And now that I have established a business, it means that I'm taking this even more seriously, and I also want you guys to know that this is what is going on. And next week I will most likely hire a bookkeeper, like our accountant. That's the thing. So yeah, so that's I think you guys also deserve to know it because you know like how seriously I'm taking this stuff. But but practically we will still have good time. We are making more fun content, having this live stream. So nothing is getting like more serious. But the way how I see this channel and my YouTube activities in general is that it's like a business for me. So that's the thing what I wanted to let you know. And I hope you can understand this, because doing these videos is really hard. It's so hard. It takes so much time. It takes so much energy, and you have no idea how many times I've said perkele during this video making process, editing, scripting, researching, doing thumbnails, because I'm doing everything by myself. And if you don't do videos yourself, or you just watch them, you probably don't always realize, or it's maybe not so easy to understand how hard work, especially for like a one-man team like me, it is. But the thing is that I have noticed that I love the process. It's every time when I manage to put a video out, hit the publish button, it's another like a real kind of product. It's like a concrete result which I have made for my community. And even if there's like a lot of shit I need to deal with, the editing is annoying and it's kind of mechanical, takes hours to do. But I've just noticed that I just love the whole process. It's worth it. It's worth it to go through the annoying parts, because when I get the video out, I get so many good comments, thumbs ups, subscriptions, and so on. So it's worth it. And in my opinion, if you ask me, like what is the kind of meaning of life, or what do you want to do in life, is that to find something that you love to do and eventually make money with that, make it like a living. And I've just realized that I love doing those videos. It's like I know if love is the right way, but it's just something that every day I'm ready to put hours of work to get it done. So I'm not sure where this will end up, like in 2 years, like when I turned 30, in around 3 years, a little bit more than 2 years, where we will be. But I'm pretty sure that if I keep working and keep hustling, keep making videos for you guys, or like, okay, let's say we're in together, but if we keep pushing more videos, I think something good will happen. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but that's what I will believe in my case. And I just want you guys also to understand that this is how my situation is. And it's at the same time, it's kind of like scary, because I've never been an entrepreneur myself, and I don't know what kind of challenges and obstacles there will be. But I'm ready to take the challenge, because, like I said, I've learned to love this stuff, and I believe that if I keep pushing, keep going, and keep doing this stuff, something good will happen eventually. So that's something I wanted to tell you. But it's just awesome. It's awesome. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's great. And you guys help me so much. Like another good thing on YouTube is that this is more like a technical stuff, but I think it's good for you guys to also to know that making a YouTube video is kind of the same as hiring an employee that you only have to pay once. Okay, what does that mean? Let me give you an example. For instance, last year I made this street interview video, how to date Finnish girls. And until today, it has got more than 60,000 views. And every month it gets around 9,000 views. And when I did that work last summer, I put the hours, I put the editing, I made sure I can make as good video as I can. It still benefits our channel every day, every week, and every month, because I did the work there, there's still every month there's 9,000 people, or like, okay, maybe they're not all unique, but 9,000 times the video is watched, and that's pretty awesome because I just did the work once, and it keeps bringing me traffic all the time. And this is not the only video, there's quite a few videos which keep doing this. And that's why YouTube is actually quite beneficial. Okay, let's say if I compare to like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, if I make a really good photo on Instagram, it's going to boost my brand and my account maybe for 2 days. But after that, everyone will forget it. But on YouTube, the videos will get watched as time goes, and that is pretty awesome, in my opinion. And that's why I'm chose YouTube to do this, because I get much more out of it once I put the work. Okay, that's a little bit like technical thing, but that's if you are thinking about going to social media yourself, like YouTube is so powerful for the reason I just explained. Okay, so that was kind of like a not a rant, but I was like opening up to you guys and speaking from my heart. But sometimes you just have to be honest. And if I want to make this sustainable, I have to find ways how to make money with this, but not on your expense. I mean, if I make a product, I will make sure that it's good for you and worth, for example, your money, whatever the product might be, online course, t-shirt, and so on. But the thing is that one last thing, then we can actually move to your questions. Like I said, I can't do this full time now because it's not nearly enough. So I will be going to do like a regular 9 to 5 job, most likely. But I will work on this channel on the side on my free time, and videos will be continuing in the future as well. I'm not sure on what schedule, at least one video a week, but we'll see. But I'm pretty sure I will be fine, because I've been fine until now. So if I will encounter some obstacles, I just have to find a way how to go around it. That's how much I believe in myself with this one. Okay. All right. Let's see if we had any questions and comments. Whatever you make it fun. Looks like you're taking it serious. Well, this is fun, but you just when I'm talking about this with the serious thing is that this is something I really want to do in my life. Sometimes I get a little bit discouraged and I feel like, oh, is this worth it? But then I remind myself with all the positive experiences I've had until now, and that pushes me, keeps me going. The How to Date a Finnish Guy only has 20K views, so more people want girlfriends than Finnish boyfriend. That's great, less competition. Well, every time if you make a video about girls, it gets more views compared to guys. But well, yeah, maybe you have an advantage there. So I think it's smart that you have 9 to 5 job and channel. So yeah, I think at the moment it's not worth it. I mean, and the thing is that I have nothing to lose. Like I have no cost running this channel basically, because YouTube is free, making videos is free. Well, I have a few paid add-ons for YouTube, but they're not that expensive. So that's the good point. But yeah, okay, just a quick story short. I'm taking this. This YouTube channel is not just a hobby anymore for me. It's also like a business, like a side business. Let's put it this way. I'm looking and I'm putting a lot of effort to make better videos, better content, improve videos in general for you guys. That's what it says. Nothing is going to change practically, but now you just know my standpoint and my perspective on this regarding this channel. Good. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, well, the good thing is I haven't had that many haters. I do get some random bad, like half-assed comments from Finns and foreigners as well. I can't really blame always the Finns, but that's how it is. There always will be haters. By the way, if you are enjoying this live stream currently, make sure hit the thumbs up button because it will make my day even better and make sure that this live stream will stay even more fantastic. Okay. I will be in Finland in 1 week. It will be my 5th time in less than 1 year. That's pretty great. I really love your country, and I'm currently a Finnish. Thank you for precious videos. That's great. This is, for example, one of the reasons what I was saying. Every day I see these kind of positive comments. That's great. A stunning Finnish. All right. What was the worst comment you got? I think I don't. I can't really come up with anything. But there are some kind of like a little bit negative comments. I try to take, like take screenshots of those kind of like special comments, like really bad comments or really good comments, and maybe I'll do like a video at some point where I talk about like the hate comments. But I can't really come up with anything bad. But that I guess that tells that there hasn't been that much bad stuff. That much. I am coming to Finland, Rovaniemi, 3rd week, November. You feedback, can I take Helsinki or take a public transportation? Oh, well, if you are going to Rovaniemi outside of Finland, then I would suggest flying to Rovaniemi from Helsinki because it's quite a ride. It's like on the other side of Finland. I think the tickets are not that expensive either. No, this will be their 10th time in 1.5 years. Wow, a lot of active Finland visitors here. Okay, what is your most controversial video? That's a really good question. Let's see. I haven't done that many controversial videos, at least yet. Okay, for example, one video what I would like to do at some point is about racism in Finland. That would be at least a little bit controversial. But the point is that, I also want to bring these kind of negative aspects of Finland because I'm like until now, I've been mostly talking about the positive sides, but Finland is not the perfect country like any country. There are definitely some bad things about Finland as well. And I definitely want to bring them out to you because, I don't want to give you the image that Finland is such a paradise. Well, Finland is a good country, that's for sure. But Finland, every coin has its flip side. But until now, I have purposely avoided those controversial videos. Well, I did one video where we talked about pros and cons with Julia from Ihana Pön. But that wasn't. We had kind of every time when I do like a negative video, I still try to have kind of a constructive attitude towards the topic. Not like say, oh, Finland sucks ass and everything's like bullshit. Instead just to kind of constructively and objectively analyze the issue and maybe think of what could be the solution. That's what I definitely want to do. Because Finland is kind of small country, and if I did like a bullshit video, I think it would get spread quite easily, and I don't really want to get that negative image. But what can you do? I will try to keep it as authentic as I can. That's a really good question. Slind is here. Tervetuloa. Hope to meet you. That's great. You can get a train from Rovaniemi via Oulu. That's another good point. Could you make a video about how Finns about foreigners moving to Finland are their countries? Hold on. Let's see. Could you make a video about how Finns think about foreigners moving to Finland are their countries they'd like to see people coming from countries from where they wouldn't like people? Well, that's maybe. I guess that's people have actually asked about that, like asked Finnish people about immigrants. That could be a little bit sensitive topic for some Finns, but I guess it just comes down to the fact that I just need to find the people who want to share their topic on that. That's a good idea. You need to sometimes take a break the class about things. Yeah, that's true. I get it because negative things are mostly not actually negative things, but just people you have to get used to a little bit, except racism, maybe. Right. You should do a video about things that foreigners find annoying or shocking when they move to Finland. I have actually done that video. The was it 11 things that in Finland that screw you up. I have actually actually it's one of my most popular videos ever. I did it maybe it's not that long ago, and it's getting crap load of views all the time. I moved here for a school month, and I can share some of my experience. But I have done one similar video at least. And this, okay. Try to find a cheap flight, maybe book in advance, and make friends there so they can. Yeah, that's true. I have totally different question. Is there a story behind the poster on the shelf behind you? Ah, this one. Yeah, I'm using the screwdriver. Actually, there is. So that poster there is a caricature of me. I'm not sure if it looks like me that much, but when I was living in Japan, there was this. I was in Kyoto, visiting Kyoto, and there was this caricature shop where you could get your face made like a caricature, and that is me as a caricature. And I actually had that picture as my channel icon in the early days for a while, and now it's just there. It's kind of like a random place for it, but there it is. Yeah, but it's actually quite funny. Well, good question. Yeah, good question. I do have a serious question. What's the history of Finns? It's like we, in our part, were never heard of Finns until recently. Finns aren't Vikings. They aren't Ruski. They aren't Sami. What's the history? Okay, well, that's probably requires a video of its own. And that's because, answering that throughoutly might take a while. And to be honest, I cannot give like a really accurate, quick answer. Maybe if someone else here knows better, they can do that. But that's a good topic for a video. There's underlying racism in the significant minority of population. I guess 1 in 15 people are racist to some extent. Anti-foreigner would be 1 in 6, but most stay silent. Yeah, might be true. Might be true. It sounds reasonable. Things that Finns don't usually express themselves. So there might be this kind of like a silent racism and stuff, but it depends. There definitely is racism in Finland. Some people have experienced it more, some less, but yeah, that's the case. Who do you see as your primary audience? That's another good question. Well, if I answer really straightforward, I'm aiming these videos for people of international people, so that's non-Finns, who want to know more about Finland. So let's say these could be just foreigners living abroad, but have somehow developed interest towards Finns, or like Americans who have Finnish like great grandparents, like Finnish roots. That's the one I want to say. But I have quite a few Finnish people watching, which is fine. But every time when I make a video, I make it. My point is to teach something about Finland in a fun way, in my funny way. Well, I'm not sure if I'm funny, but I try to be. So it's kind of like a broad answer. But I also if I have to narrow it down a little bit, it's also like a millennials, like let's say young adults. But if there's older people, that's also fine. But people around my age, I might speak a little bit, or the way I address audience is kind of like my own way. But generally anyone who is into Finland, that's fine. So that's a really good question. Thanks for the question there. Hi Aleksi, great to see you again. You too. Last week you got cancelled the stream. How's it going? Yeah, last week I was a little bit tired and had a little bit rough day, so I ended up canceling it. But things are now better. Channel is doing great. I'm doing great. Life is going pretty well, great in general. Poster are cool and memory of Japan. That's true. What's the megaphone used for? Okay, maybe we should do like a video about what things of the things on my shelf. The megaphone I bought for Vappu. That was 2000. Wow, that's old one. That 2000, maybe 14 or 15. And because I was selling these Vappu magazines from my university, and I was like, trying to reach a lot of people. So that's the original reason I bought it for, but I haven't actually used it at all. But it's still there. And maybe when we reach 10K, I can just go on my balcony and say, "We reached 10K, mofos," or something, let people know that we got 10K. There is racism everywhere. That's true. By the way, if you like my content and this stream, you can consider doing a super chat. Like if you go to the chat box, you can see this dollar icon, and what it gets you get this like really shiny colored message. You can choose the sum yourself and basically just support my channel. Up to you. You don't have to do it, but if you do, that's awesome. Just letting you know that of this option. So the dollar sign in the chat box. Your videos are really helpful and interesting. Currently learning myself. Your videos have really helped me. Also, I'm going to take some courses. Thank you and good luck. Thank you. That's great. This is exactly what I try to do. Help people to understand Finland and Finnish culture, people, language, all the weird stuff that we have in Finland. Because that's kind of the value proposition of my channel. Authentic, fun, and useful videos about Finland to help people around the world to discover the real Finland. Because it's kind of weird. Finland is a great country, but no one really knows about it that much. And if you try to look up some stuff on the internet, you don't really find that much stuff there. There are some like this is like Visit Finland and these kind of this government-run organizations running the shit. But these kind of like from a Finnish perspective things, and that's what I really want to do, and it's great that some people are actually finding value. How old are you? I'm 27. The Sami people has been pushed down and seen down a long time, forced to abandon their culture, language. How no? Actually, that's another great video topic. Because we have this kind of how do you say ingenious people called Sami people in northern part of Finland, and I might do a video about that at some point. Actually, I'm quite curious about myself because I don't really know much about them myself, but this would be a great way also to educate myself with the topic. Could you make a video about the energy market in Finland, including the nuclear power and the new reactor building down now? There's okay, that's kind of like a niche topic, really detailed. Well, why not? I don't never turn down video ideas, because they might be. I mean, why not? It's definitely a one that I should write down. Find a social welfare-oriented country. Why then basic necessities like housing, food, and transportation is so expensive? Well, if you compare the other Nordic countries, the prices are around the same. Northern Europe is not like a cheap area of Europe, definitely. So it's not just Finland that is expensive. I move to Inari area next year to live there long term if works. A bit scared about maybe too difficult of friends in a very remote area, maybe too close relationship to integrate. Well, that's true. If you move to an area where there's few people, it means that it's also less chance to find friends. I wouldn't say it's still impossible though, but it's probably up to you on how that might work. But it depends how remote and how many people there are living. And usually people tend to be a little bit more open-minded in cities than in the countryside. I guess I just have to also put that out there. The welfare states can't work without the high taxes. You pay a lot of taxes, but you get so good social service. That is actually a great point. Great point is that we pay a lot of tax, but it comes down in this forms of like cheap healthcare and social security. The Finnish social security system is one of the most advanced in the world, what I've heard. So yeah, we don't pay the tax money for nothing. Good point there. Really good questions. Ingenious, yeah, that's probably. I don't, I didn't. I forgot what's the word. I'm interested for sähköpostikirjoittajana. Okay, writing email. Does it make sense to learn Swedish instead of Finnish? Does Swedish language work as alternate? Uh, I wouldn't go for that. I mean, 5%, around 5% of the people speak it as a native. And well, Swedish is definitely easier than Finnish. But if you plan to come to Finland and live here long term, then Finnish is my recommendation. But it's an interesting question though. But for example, I was really good at Swedish at school, but I haven't. There's really rare chances when I even hear people speaking Swedish or get to use it, let alone. So I don't see you don't get much return on investment, in my opinion. Everything's cheaper than Norway. Yeah, well, Norway is probably the most expensive. Learn Finnish to move. Okay. Swedish will not really help. Yeah, that's what I would say. Is there any great writer in Finland? I mean, nowadays, not Kaleva's author. Yeah, Elias Lönnrot. Well, Aleksi Kivi is probably one of the most famous one. Like really, not like is it novelist in English? For example, he has written Seitsemän veljestä. But that's actually one department where I should also educate myself, like Finnish literature. To be honest, I don't know that much about it. But that's another topic for a video. I'm living in Finland 6 years, but kirjoittaminen is hard. Okay. Ingenious exists and Alex use it correctly. Yes! Finally, I speak good English. I like Antti Tuomainen's book. Okay, well, here's one recommendation that's great. As a German, it helped only with, for this example, street signs because we can guess the words, but without Finnish, you won't really get really belong right. Write down that writer. Okay, can I write a comment here myself? How do I? Okay, but it's just like Aleksi, like my name, and then you add S, Alexis, and then Kivi, like Kivi. Maybe if someone else can write the why can't I really write comment here myself? That's really weird. Okay, I don't know that's kind of random. Or do I have to? Okay, well, Aurora and Saekka already helped me out. Sophie Oksanen, she's also quite popular, definitely. All right, thanks for helping me out here. That's good. For university studies, I am considering Swedish because the competition for studies is much lower. But other than that, in general, Finnish is the language to be learned for Finland. Yep, that's right. That's right. But I don't get pissed if you decide to go to Sweden and live there. That's all. I mean, why not? It's your life, your choice. And Sweden is a pretty good place as well, like Finland. If one pay high taxes, one would assume affordable housing, food, and transportation would be a priority. Well, affordable housing. Well, those are really like, for example, housing. It strongly depends where. Like if you try to get the flat from the center of Helsinki, you're gonna pay like a fortune. But if you, for example, get a flat here from Tampere, from outside the center, you can get much cheaper a place. And talking about food, like if you go to eat out in a restaurant, that's going to be expensive. I mean, like I rarely go out with my friends because it's expensive. Again, it depends where you will go and what you want to eat, but in general it's expensive. Like compared to Japan, I was eating always out in Japan because it was cheaper. But probably the reason is that there's 20 times more people than in Finland. But if you ask me, I think like social security and this like a healthcare, public healthcare, I think they're pretty important stuff too. And for example, as a student, I get to stay in this really cheap student apartment thanks to tax money. And also I was paid. I didn't have to pay to study. I was paid for to study. And how about that? Like how many countries you will get paid to study? Not many. And that is thanks to the taxpayers' money. Well, there's also other sources than taxpayer, but tax money is also contributing it. So that's how I see it. Okay. Hei taas Aleksi. No moro moro. Oh, Mika Valtari. Oh, that's a classic as well. How do you think those writers could be translated to English? The writer's name is the same in every language, so I mean they probably their books have been translated to other languages. For example, Kalevala has been translated to 60 other languages, so probably it's already available in Czech if you just go to your local library or something. And if you just Google the books, the author or the book's name, you can probably find out if it's translated to your language. Because I would say that many of the popular books, getting tired, has been translated to quite many languages. By the way, for those interested in life in Finland, Finnish mentality, try Anu Parten's The Nordic Theory of Everything. Okay, we're getting some suggestions here. That's great. All those drawings are translated to English, yeah. Yes, yeah, so joulutatina, maybe it's tarina, joulutarina, maybe. Sinuhe the Egyptian, yeah, that's right. I read Seitsemän veljestä in German. It's been translated to quite many languages. Exactly, yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was saying. So most of the uh, major titles have been translated to quite many languages. Finland is best center. Okay, that's probably true. Okay. Wow, so many good questions again. That's the good one. What I usually realize is that when you ask me these kind of questions, sometimes I get kind of this eye opener or like eye opening kind of moment that because there are some things as a native person, there are some things that you never even thought about really because some things are just so obvious because it's like it's so part of the identity and everything. And so that's also pretty cool when you ask me these questions because I also learn something myself and I have to kind of think things from a different perspective. That's pretty cool. I see a fan. Has it been hot in Tampere as well? Yeah, I've been using it every day. It's because it's been so damn hot, and the apartment is quite hot as well. So had to use it. Let's see. Could you explain? Okay, one more question. What those Torilla Okay, I'm going to make a video about this Torilla Tavataan. As like I've already researched it and I just need to film it. But there's gonna be a really in-depth video about this thing. Well, I can give you a quick explanation. Like Torilla Tavataan means basically let's meet at the marketplace. So Torilla is like at the marketplace, LLA ending, and Tavataan is like let's meet. It's like the passive form of Tavata, let's Tavataan. And basically Finns use this every time when Finland has won something big or succeeded internationally, or even when it's mentioned in the news, like outside of Finland. And when like Finns, because you know we Finns are kind of like a secluded small country here in the north. And when someone is actually talking about it's like, oh, like Finland has been mentioned, Torilla Tavata, and like everyone goes crazy. That's kind of like it's like a funny, like even like a meme nowadays. But I'm going to make a video about that, so we'll see. I look so intimidating when I'm just like, wait, maybe I should take the microphone instead. Okay, good questions, good questions. Education is important, but affordable housing as a policy for all citizens should be a priority. Well, if we talk about affordable housing, the social security also covers for living. Like if you, let's say, if you haven't found a job, you can get support money to pay your rent. And I think it also kind of covers that somehow. Kiwi means stone. Okay. Well, names usually stay the same in my language because the Joulutarina. Okay, run the first. Okay, that's no. Let's meet the marketplace. Don't shoot. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. It's kind of like the Finnish version of Meme Senpai noticed me. Ha. Okay. Suomi mainittu, I react the same way. Home of the heart. Yeah, maybe secluded is not so bad. After funny phrases, gute Scheiße should be also used in the Finnish official language. Yeah, but I think I'm the only person in the world who says gute Scheiße. Because, you know, sometimes when I want to say like good shit to my German friends, I say gute Scheiße, and they start laughing because in German it doesn't really exist, but you say like krasse Scheiße. But gute Scheiße sounds like so funny. And it's fun to what I really like when I'm learning foreign languages, for example when I was learning Japanese and when I was still together with my Japanese girlfriend, is what I really love to do is like make some really funny sentences that are grammatically correct but the meaning is kind of funny, and it was always fun to see like how she reacted when I came up with something. That's I really enjoyed doing that, and that's also something you should do with with Finnish, because that's kind of like the thing that makes the language learning fun, in my opinion. How to make friends in Finland. I have made 2 videos about that already. Just go to my channel and type how to make friends in Finland, you will find it. Yeah, the only one. You are not the only one from this moment. Okay. Haha, I did the same with learning French. Yeah, that's actually quite funny. Yeah. So it's a really fun way to kind of have fun with the language, because if let's see if how much battery my phone. Okay, 36. Because if you are not having fun with the language, then gets boring. It can get boring quite fast. So that's what I strongly would advise for you. Maybe I could I have actually made a video about when I was like how I learned Japanese. It's on my channel, but it's a pretty old video. But if you want to see like how I've approached a new language, you can go actually check it out. Just like Alex himself, Japanese, right? Something like that. You should find it out. Have you ever tried Duolingo? It's a full weird sentence. It doesn't have Finnish, but it does Japanese. I have tried Duolingo. It's pretty good. It doesn't have Finnish, but I know it's quite decent. It's free as well. It actually sounds to a German ears like someone who doesn't want to be too vulgar while saying Scheiße. That's why it's quite cute. Okay, gute Scheiße, gute. It's like hyvää paskaa. Hyvää paskaa. Like if you say hyvää paska, hyvää paska would mean that it would mean that you had like a good shit while you were taking a dump. That's actually quite interesting. If I say like in Finnish, if you say the nominative form paska and paska, which is the partitive, so I don't even know. I don't know why we would say why I would say hyvää paska. With hyvää paska, it's like you're describing something abstract. So that's why hyvää paska. But if I say hyvää paska, it means that you had a good shit in the toilet. Krasse Scheiße is overly ghetto. Oh, okay. Some German person thought that they say Krasse Scheiße. That actually, I think I need to ask more opinions on that before I go in the streets and use it. A few days ago, while using Duolingo, I had this sentence: "I am often a man." Yeah, it actually has some really weird sentences. I've spotted it myself. What language would you like to learn while you was at school? Not quite sure. So while I was at school, I learned English, Swedish, and German. And at the university, I learned Japanese. And the next language I would like to learn is Spanish. Because Spanish sounds really fun language. It doesn't seem so difficult. I don't know much about the grammar or anything, but I mean, it seems like fun. Whoa. Oh, sorry, getting tired. So it seems like a fun language, in my opinion. So that's something I would definitely like to learn. Another language I would like to learn maybe is Turkish, because I don't know, it's also kind of sounds kind of funny. Live about Ykitesti. Well, Ykitesti is this like national Finnish test. There is some blog posts about Ykitesti written by Hanna Männikkolahti, who runs the Random Finnish Lesson blog, and I think she has made some good stuff there. Oh, shit! Oh, getting tired here. What is your funniest TV show? I don't really watch TV show that much nowadays. But if you want to check out something really like a cool one, you should check out Kummeli. Maybe some people can write it in the comments again. Kummeli. It's like this kind of funny sketch show to check out. Spanish is similar to French. Okay. Okay, so Aleksi, I got to go. It was nice to stream. See you in the next one. Okay, thanks for having me here. No problem. Have a great week tomorrow. Okay, maybe we can take a few more questions. And just want to remind you guys that if you want to get first of all the merchandise link, if you want to get your Fintastic T-shirt. Where is my shirt, by the way? Why I'm not even wearing it today for some reason. I completely forgot it. Okay, whatever. So there's Fintastic T-shirts, mugs, and even tote bags delivered worldwide. So make sure you get them, or at least check them out. And also the audiobook. What I actually forgot to say that what I said that you can get the free Kalevala book for free, but actually you can get any book for free. I mean, if you don't want to get the Kalevala book, you just hit the link in the description. It's kind of like if you scroll down, there's a link for the Kalevala book. If you click the link, and then you can actually choose and scroll and find any other book you want, and that will be also for free. So you get one book for free, and I get actually paid for it. So that's pretty cool. Just reminding you that you don't miss out on the bonus. Okay, let's take a few more questions, and then we can then I can go to sleep. Okay. Oh, Pasila is good. Yeah. You might even find it with English subtitles, maybe, if you're lucky. I'm not sure. Could you find any good programs with subtitles? I told that unfortunately Yle and Yle Areena doesn't often offer subtitles. Yeah, that's a bummer. I don't know why they don't offer it. But I would assume maybe YouTube is the best way to go. I guess I should go do some research myself. But the thing is that okay, let's say if you yeah, but that doesn't really work out. I mean, if you watch like a movie in like an English movie, you can probably download the Finnish subtitles for that. Oh yeah, that's actually what you can do if you're watching like let's say on Netflix a series, an English series. Then you probably there is option to switch to Finnish subtitles. I'm not sure if it helps you out, but at least you can kind of follow the conversation and see what they are saying in Finnish. Maybe it helps you a little bit. You can at least try if it's useful. Just as a quick tip. Oh I am so tired. What kind of music are you into? I'm kind of like an all-around dude, but what I've said quite a few times on this channel is that, for example, when I'm focusing on work or videos or something, I usually listen to video game music, which sounds really nerdy. But the good thing with the video game soundtracks is that they don't have vocals, and I find it easier to focus when there is a song that doesn't have vocals on it. But that's just how what I usually listen to. Oh my god! I need to go to bed probably. But in general, I I listen to kind of like all types. I'm like pop, rock, some like power metal is also cool, and so on. Okay, I only found Finnish. For Finnish, this probably the only one that focuses on that one. Mitä tarkoittaa elikkä? Elikkä is same as eli, which means like so that or I think so that like you're trying to explain something. Probably that would be. A lot of video games have great soundtracks. That's true. That's true. For example, Nintendo games have pretty awesome soundtracks. It's good that I'm not the only one on this one. How is your first job? For me, it was such a big transition from student role. Well, my current job is not still kind of like a really well. It is a real job, but I'm still at the uni, and the working there is actually quite relaxed. It's nothing strict, and so I'm still kind of looking for the transition, which will hopefully happen next month. We'll see. So can't really say yet. And Joe the programmer is rocking it on. That's great. Okay, maybe we can wrap this up for now because it's been 1 hour again. Time flies when you have fun. Thanks for the awesome questions as always. And we will keep pushing. There will be more awesome, fantastic videos even from now on. Now you know that what's my standpoint with the channel and where we are going. 10,000 subscribers next week. I will let you know how that will go. And meanwhile, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm actually nowadays a little bit more active on Twitter as well, so you want to check out my links there. And we have also a Discord server where you can chat with other Fintastics and with me every day. So if you want to keep in touch, make sure check out the links down below. Awesome. Thank you, Fintastics, for being there as always. Let's keep rocking next week as well. New video will be out next Wednesday again. And until that, so moro and stay Fintastic.